Squad Senior here, back with a quick update what's been going on here in the last few days, week or so. Got the parts back from the machine shop finally. They had tested out okay, was flat, everything else. Had the crank ground at 10 under. Machine shop said he detected very little wear. He almost felt comfortable to put it back the other way it was. But I was not comfortable with the wear that I'd seen in some of the journals, so I had him craned it down to 10 over, which he said cleaned up real good. I do have to source a new nut for the front yet. As you can see, she's been pretty well beat on with a hammer and chisel. Reason I drilled that off is to split the nut to get it off, because we had a galling problem going on inside. So anyway, I got right here, you can maybe hopefully pick it out. I'll get a light on it. Kind of right in that area, you can see some galling's been going on. I could have probably torched some more. I did heat it, loosened it. Felt too tight. I've been into hundreds of these things. I pretty much know when to quit. Some guys say just heat will do it all the time and a big impact. Well, I got a feeling I'd wreck this crank. Right now I have one little spot right here to clean up. Source a new nut, and I think I'll be good to go. As far as the rods go, everything checked perfect, he said. Even the old wrist pins, you cannot detect play or anything in them, so might not even put the new bushings in. Got to get the parts ordered yet. We'll just go from there and see what we come up with. Make a decision then. Another piece back from the radiator shop. Everything tested good, cleaned her up a little bit, did a paint job on her. There is a special paint they use on these because them fins have got to be able to transfer heat and to cool an antifreeze, and sometimes just a regular paint they won't transfer the heat properly. So I guess from what I understand, there is a special paint they put on these radiators so they cool properly. Had a few soldering jobs had to be done. The overflow tube was all loose in the neck and stuff, and looked like it turned out pretty good to me. Anyway, he said it was in good shape, so should be ready to go there. A few other pieces here that's going to need attention. Water pump fan assembly. I got that cleaned up. This is kind of an adjustable pulley. Got that freed up. I'll probably be doing a little more work on that. Make sure it's going to stay freed up. A lot of times they're rusted in, and you guys see where guys have been beating on them and all kinds of stuff trying to get them loose. Go through that. Packing nut, see it's got notches for adjusting with a wrench. I'll go through this whole assembly, take it apart, clean it up, make sure all that stuff is working properly, check the packing in there, stuff like that. So then I do have the oil pump. I still haven't got into that yet. I'll tear that thing all down. We'll check clearances on the gears, stuff like that for wear. Governor, I did have a little issue with the governor last year. In the winter time, when you start this up cold, it had no governor action until it warmed up. Now, I don't know if that was in the governor. This here's tube goes to the carburetor. As you can see inside here, you can get a look. We've got some rust issues going on. We'll get that all tore down, check that out. We'll make sure all the bearings, pivot pins, see if they're loose, whatever. We'll check that out. Probably get into the carburetor. I know this M's have a tendency, when you first start them up cold outside in the cold weather, you'll see this whole area frost up in there. I don't think that was a problem, because as soon as this thing started, it was froze up. Generally, when these freeze up, you got to run them a little bit and get the air flowing through. It causes the frost problems there. I'll have to go through the distributor. You can see inside the cap, kind of get a look. It's getting a little green corrosion. I did have a lot of issues with this inside, leaking oil. I'm not sure where that was coming from, but I know when I took the hydraulic pump off, this back end here was full of oil. I had it draining all over the floor and stuff. As you can see, I still got oil draining out, so I'll go through all that. Bushings inside seem to be a little loose. If I need to, I'll rebush that distributor and get some new points and stuff in her and check that all out. I'll do probably, as I go through these individually, do a little update on these individually too as I'm going through them, just for your guys' information. Okay, I'm Got the straight edge out here. I'm going to check this block for flatness. I'll kind of give you guys a demonstration of how I go about it. I start with a thousandths and a half feeler gauge, and I'll start sticking that underneath the ends. I'll just lift it up. Be careful with these. You don't want to, if I get a drag, I know I'm under my thousandths and a half. And I'll do that in multiple places here. If I move that straight edge, I know I've got tension on the gauge. If it comes up, see there, a little bit loose, I would probably double check that one. There I can feel just as snug. So I'll probably go up to a 2/1000, see what I got in that area. See, I'm tight there. And I'm tight there. So right there, in between cylinders 2 and 3, we'll be double checking that. I'll come to the outside edge and just see what I got going on here. There I'm tight. Tight again. Tight again. Anytime I can move that bar with that in, there I'm just snug on that one. And there I'm tight. So that's on each side of that water passage. A lot of times you go in the water passage, there's enough pitting, your gauge will go, but you start trying to go to each side, it just there starts getting tight right there. I know that's under 2, so that don't bother me. We'll go in here, tight, tight again, tight. Remember now, this is a thousandths and a half gauge, and if I don't get any more than that, I'm well satisfied with the specs. That's well within spec. Anyway, we'll go to the outside edge here, see what we can come up with. Just a little snug there. I'll check that with a 2. There, I'm good. A little bit loose there. A little bit loose. I'll get into that areas with a 2. Just, yeah, I got dragged there. I know I'm good. Good there. And good there. Another way you check, you go crossways on everything. And you kind of go in between. See, I'm tight there. Tight. I like to go to the outside edge. Yeah, I'm good. There, I'm good. There, I'm good. Come in here to the center. I'll check this. I feel a little tension. I'll do the center with the 2/1000s too and see what I come up with. There, I'm tight. Go back here in between these. Like I say, you got to watch out for where these water passages are, because you will get a loose reading in there. So we'll go to the outside edge of that. I'm tight. Go in between. A little bit loose. There, I'm tight. There, I'm tight. A little bit, but I can feel a drag. There, I'm good. Check this outside. I like to get especially around these sleeve areas and see if I get anything issues going on. There, we're good. A little loose there. There, I'm tight. Then I'll also do an X crossways this way, just to see if there's anything going on that way. There, I'm good. There, I'm loose. Good. And good. And we'll go the other way. And good. And I'll do a 2 in there. I'll do some 2/1000s on these two. There, I'm still loose a little bit in that center. Okay, that's good. And that's good. Let's go down to 2/1000, see what we come up with. Okay, got my 2/1000s. We'll see what the centers look like. Yeah, just getting a little tension on them there. There, I'm good. Yeah, real good there. Let's get them across this way again. Yeah, see, 2/1000s. I dragged the bar at 2/1000s. I think we're looking good. That was my critical areas. I wanted to double check with two. I dragged 2,000ths and all them. Guys got to remember, we're not building a race car engine here. We're just building a tractor engine. So if we're 1,500ths, maybe 2,000ths in places, we're plenty adequate for this. Anyway, that's kind of a quick update of what I got going on. I got to get some parts ordered now and start getting this thing put back together. We'll do another update as we progress here, and stay tuned.